Hello is always polite. This is A Rifter Darkly on Reddit, ENCube on DeviantArt, and Vin7 on YouTube. I almost had it there. Alright, I want to talk to you about your painting Exiled, and some good things and some bad things. I will go mostly into the bad things. Of course, since that's what I want you to improve, and that's where I find the critique. But let me first light up a cigarette, normal cigarette, by the way. No funny business, and we'll get going. There we go. Right. So first of all, I like the rendering on the helmet and this part of the armor, the chest plate. I also like that I think you have used a photo reference for the horse, which looks really nice. And if you haven't, it still looks really nice, but yeah, it looks like you have given it some thought and you know where the light is coming from and all that good stuff. But here is the main bit of my critique. If we were to just pause the looking at the image for a while and just have a blank screen in front of us, when we think about, or when I think about a guy who is exiled, I imagine a person who is really, really down on his luck. He is in a bad place in his life. He is leaving everything that he's ever known. You know, he's never coming back. He feels really sad. And maybe they even chased him out of town or out of the country and, threw stuff at him. And he's just not, he's not in a good place at all. So when I imagine someone who is feeling like that, I would imagine him slumped over, with his head or his chin against his chest. He's just looking into the ground. He can't believe what is happening. He's feeling really sad. So there's a body language there that is, I think, quite obvious, or, well, bad use of words here, but that's what comes to mind. So we take a look at this again, and he doesn't feel like he is down on his luck. He feels like he is sitting bolt upright in the saddle. He is looking somewhere to the right, somewhere over here. His sword is pointing this way, so obviously there's nothing, whatever he is looking at, that is in this area, in the immediate foreground for us, is not very dangerous because his sword is not pointing at it, and it doesn't really seem like he is about to fight something. But there's this sort of a emotionlessness about him. So if I were to draw a person who is down on his luck like that, let's just do this really quickly. Let's imagine, I can't draw horses by the way, so Here's my horse. Yep. Looks like a winner. Like, imagine that this is the guy. Like, his head would be somewhere down here, and he would, you know, have his face down here somewhere, and he would just be, ugh, you know, screw everything. I hate everyone. You know, something like that. And his cape would be torn. This is me doing a torn cape to sort of illustrate that he has been through a lot. His head would probably even be lower, you know. We can even look at him from above. You know, if we look at him from above, he looks smaller, and we are looking at him from a point of dominance, which makes him submissive, which in turn makes us feel like he is, what's it called? Like he is, yeah, Christ Almighty. But I think you know what I mean. Like, we take pity on him. We feel empathy for this person. There we go. I am not even going to cut that out. That was too embarrassing to leave out. But yeah, we feel empathy for this guy. If we know that he is down on his luck and, you know, he is feeling bad, and we feel for him. Little Hitler hairdo there for the horse. So yeah, we can kind of feel that he is down on his luck, and he would not be riding with his sword out. I think that maybe it would be, you know, on his back like that, or wherever. Doesn't really matter. It could be maybe here. I don't care. And if he were to fight with something, okay, here we go. I'm gonna do another horse. Oh God, that's awful. Yeah, this is me doing a horse. Like, imagine that his hand would be somewhere around here, you know, because he is about to fight the ice monster or whatever. You know, he's, come on, you mother, you know, he's ready for the attack. And that's how you sort of create a bit of drama in. Oh, look at the angry horse. That's how you create like a bit of drama. Try to envision what you would, how you imagine someone. You know, you can brainstorm, like, if a person is sad, like, how do they stand? How do they sit? What do they look like in the face? Like, what's their facial expression? All that stuff. The same goes for, you know, if someone is angry. You know, if someone is angry and they're looking like this. I'm so angry. Or someone is sad and you go, oh my God, it's so sad. You know, we also have to look at the way the body is positioned, like, you know, if he's standing like this, his head is sort of going down here. You know, this guy is sad, but this guy who is sort of standing, you know, with his legs apart, and he's like, "Come on, I'm ready for anything," you know. Head held high. You get a different vibe. So, switching back now to this guy. He doesn't feel like he is exiled. He feels like he is looking at something over here, pointing his sword this way. And there is nothing really going on here. And I know that this is now almost 11 minutes of video, me mucking up the English language. But next thing I want to talk to you about, and this is going to be pretty quick, is, and here comes my cat as well, is you have managed to create this, we are looking at this. And this becomes a focal point, and in the focal point you have your signature. That looks really bad. You know, that would be like me drawing a bunch of arrows. Like, yeah. And here's my signature. That's not a good thing to do. And so, yeah, you have that compositional weirdness. And since this is a snowy landscape, you will have a, I was going to say shit ton, but that's bad. You have this, you have such a lot of bounce light coming from everywhere that this horse and this armor here, it would be a lot less in shadow, because you got bouncing light coming off of everywhere here. So it's very hard to find like shadow darkness in that kind of place, in in that kind of place. Here we go with the words again. So obviously the horse would be lighter, and you know, this bit would be lighter. Everything would be a lot lighter. Oh, kicking the microphone here in my frustration. But yeah, it wouldn't be this dark, and especially not the cape. You know, we got light coming, bouncing straight up into it. So it would probably have this color all the way. There we go. Magnificent work from me. I'm gonna end this now. I think that you did a great job with the rendering. Since you know, I can still see that, you know, it's not smooth, which I like when it comes to metal. That's good. Oh yeah, and one other thing. The fact that we can't see the tip of his horns really frustrates me. You know, it's the equivalent of when a girl takes a selfie and she can't get her whole head in, and she only, you know, she cuts the photo off at the hairline, and that is kind of what's happening here. Because with this, you have created this wall right here. Like, it ends. This, I don't know what this is. This is important, obviously, but we have this really hard border between this part and everything else. Yeah, look at that painting now. Kicking ass. So yeah, I wouldn't repaint this. I would do it again from the beginning, and really think about what I wanted to, what story I wanted to tell. All right, this has gone on for way too long. 15 minutes. I'm gonna end this right now. If you have any questions, if you want to come beat me up, that's cool too. Let me know, and we will hash it out on the our digital painting. Cool.